Hey everyone, I want to say before I start the video that while I filmed most of this video, I was making a mistake and my work wasn't actually saving. So I just want to show you what it looks like when it does save. Um, so here's a little spoiler of what the end product is going to look like, but this is very important. When you go click on save, it should pop up a window that says that your work has been saved, your project is safe. I wasn't getting that confirmation when I saved before, and so I redid what I had done in the video. So make sure that you get this pop-up. Thanks. Hello everyone, my name is Caitlin, and today I'm going to try the CodeCraftWorks Hour of Code activity designing my own webpage. So I haven't tried anything for this yet. I've only read the instructions, so let's just get started and see how it goes. So first things first, I'm going to be cloning the project. So if you've already done this part, just feel free to skip ahead. But if not, you can follow along with me. So let's see what these instructions say. Click the white menu button on the left side of the screen and click Clone from the drop-down list of options. Okay. Clone. Yes, I do want to clone that. Okay. Now refresh the page. Find the symbol at the top of the screen that looks like an arrow pointing in a circle and click on it. Okay, awesome. I see now that it has my name right here, and it says fork because I cloned the project. So let's go to the next page. Okay, pick your topic. So, okay, I did do one thing to prepare for this, which was I kind of drew a little outline of what I want my webpage to look like before I got started. So I'm going to be making this webpage about Pokemon, since Pokemon is one of my favorite things in the world. I want to make sort of a trainer profile for myself. So that step is taken care of. Let's give the project a name. Click on the red settings button on the left side of the screen. Give your project a fitting name and click the Save Changes button. Okay. Project name. I'm going to call it Trainer Profile. I'll turn collab on in case somebody wants to add their own information to this. That would be pretty fun. All right, let's go back. How do we go back to the, okay, there's our code editor. And here's our instructions. Okay, if you need to get back to the instructions, make sure you click preview. Oh, or it says here, I could have just clicked the settings button again to return. That's convenient. Okay, so let's update the title on this HTML web page. So go to line 7 of your HTML segment. So look for the H1 here. H1 is a header. So for our header, I am going to write trainer profile. And you can see it updating there in real time. Make sure that you don't get rid of these tags here. These are what allows the web page to be formatted. So this closed tag here indicates that we're done typing in the header. Like if I write more stuff in here, it's going to be in the same header text. If I write it outside, it's just in plain text. That's not formatted, and that's not what we want right now. Okay. Now let's add an image. Awesome. Okay, so we're just gonna go on Google Images and try to find something. I really want to put a map of one of the Pokemon regions, so I think I'm gonna do the Kanto region because, you know, that was the one I started out in. oh yeah, this looks good. This looks beautiful. I remember getting a lot of when they made trainer guidebooks when I was a kid, they would have these posters and you could tear it out, put it on your wall, and it was just really cool. So I really like that picture. I'm going to right click on it and select copy image address. Okay, copied. Go to line 10 of your HTML section. Line 10. Erase the text in the quotation marks. Make sure you don't erase the quotation marks. And paste. And check it out, it updated. That looks so good. Okay. Next, we're going to update the alt text. Okay, the alt text is very important. This is for people who are using a screen reader because maybe they're blind, and this makes your web page accessible to everybody. Accessibility is really important when it comes to web design, and anything that you're programming, you should keep it in mind. So we're going to describe this as a map of the Kanto region, part of the Pokemon world. Okay. That doesn't show up on the page, right? But if you were using a screen reader, that'd be super helpful to you. Okay, finally, we need to give credit for this image because, you don't want to steal other people's content. That's plagiarism. So we're going to put our link, which is still copied, into the source. Should we try it out? Takes you right to the image. Perfect, it's working. Okay. All right, now we're going to fill in some more details. So we're going to edit this description here. Go to line 6 of the HTML. Okay, so here's where I'm going to write some stuff about myself. So I'm going to use my name from the name I used in the Pokemon Sword game is Riza, after Riza Hawkeye from Full Metal Alchemist. So I'm going to put name Riza. Let's see what happens if we do a new line. Hometown. Okay, you see there how it stayed on the same line? So we need to do a little HTML formatting here. So the way that we can do this, we can use a line break, which I think, yep, that worked. So you can use this BR tag to put something on a new line. My hometown, Pallet Town. That's where I started my journey. Close tag. All right, let's do one more. Trainer since. We're going to put the year I started my journey. And for me, that was 2005, the year I turned 10. You can become a Pokemon trainer at the age of 10. Okay, what's next? That's all. That's good enough for a description for me. Oh, interesting. You see here how we have extra spacing? I wonder how I can fix that. Maybe if we put this one in a tag also. Nope. Maybe if we put a tag after this? Yeah. Okay, that created some even spacing for us. So what if we don't I'm just experimenting here now. Okay, I'm gonna leave out those extra blind break tags. I guess they do the same thing. We could Google it to find out a little bit more. Okay, so you don't need to use close tags for line break, it looks like. Good to know. Okay, so moving on. This is where... Oh, sorry, I kind of already did, I think I did enough of a description here that as much as I want to do, it says say as much as you want. I already added some details. If we add some more in this section, it's just going to look the same as it did up there. I do like that this has a little smiley face. Okay, but I don't want this part. I'll just delete it. Now we're going into the list. Okay, it says this is a challenge. So good thing I already have written out what I want for my list. The list title, this list is going to be my Pokemon team from Pokemon Sword. I want to add the E with an accent. I wonder how you do that in HTML. Let's look it up. Need the lowercase e. Try this. That didn't work. I'm not sure how to do this. But I really do want to find out. Okay, so I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep trying. Type in the code that's written there, or ampersand hashtag 226, or pound 226. Well, that's not the letter I need, though. 233. Ah, what's the encoding for this? Okay, let's try this out. Let's try using UTF-8 encoding. I believe this is supposed to go at the start of the file. It worked! Okay, so that was a little bit of an advanced knowledge skill, but you know, most of the time when you want to figure something out, you should try to Google it, and chances are somebody's had the same question as you. So sometimes you gotta do your own troubleshooting. That looks great. Okay, nothing like the feeling of figuring it out. Okay, getting back to the list, let's add our list items. So the list, this is a list that doesn't, it's called an unordered list. There's an ordered list where things are numbered 1, 2, 3. And then you can also do bullet points, But in this case, we're just going to have a plain list. So I'm going to list all my Pokemon that I have on my team in Pokemon Sword, and I'm going to put their levels also. So I have Alchemy, level 94. Check it out. All right. I have Sirfetch'd, level 100. That's right. I got Rapidash, level 90. That's Galarian Rapidash. Okay, so it looks like we run out of tags here. Guess we can't keep going, right? No, we're going to keep going. To do that, we just add a new list item. For list items, you're going to want to put that end tag. When you see this /, that's an end tag. That means that you're done with doing that formatting. What happens if we delete that tag and try to move on to the next item? Okay, we moved to a new line, but it kind of looks like we have a sub list, right? You can see that in the way that the code formatted itself. So if I try to write something else, it's going to be beneath that, beneath // there. Okay, but we don't want these to be part of the sublist. Let's close that up. All right, and my last one. All right. So there's our unordered list of my Pokemon team. Okay, congratulations, you finished adding content to your webpage. That's great. Save your work. Make sure you save your progress so far. Make sure you save your progress so far. You don't want to lose all your hard work. Click on the round white menu button on the left side of the screen and then click Save. Okay. Ooh, now comes the really fun part. Styling your project. CSS is a tool that lets you, change your colors, your fonts, everything about your formatting of your HTML web page. We're going to change the background color. See a list of usable colors. Click the yellow README button on the left side of the screen. Okay, we'll check that out in a minute. For our web page's background color, go to line 2 of your CSS. Look for this, background color. If you pick a color with a 2-word name, like light blue or lime green, do not put a space between the words. For example, to use light blue, you would write light blue. Let's try lime green. Whoa. Okay, that's neon. Okay. Well, for my background color, I think I'll pick blue. Blue looks good. Let's check out the README. For a list of colors you can use in your project, go to this website. I'm going to copy the link instead of clicking on it directly, because I want to open it in this tab. Oh, I really like this aquamarine. That brown looks kind of red on my screen. Dark blue is nice. Dark red is really nice too. Dodger blue. Okay, as you can see, we have a lot to choose from. Oh, midnight blue. Okay. I'm gonna go with midnight blue. Okay, you see here how the colors have a name, but they also have this hexadecimal value. So I'm going to try putting in the hexadecimal value. I'm going with the blue for Pokemon blue. That looks nice. That looks really nice. Okay, so you can use this hexadecimal value, or you can just type midnight blue. You don't need the hashtag when you're typing the name in words. As you see, the default style here is to have a solid white background. So if you don't put any background color in, or if you have like a mistake in your background color string, if you just write if you write midnight blue without the I because of a typo, you're going to be wondering, why doesn't it show up? You have to get everything exactly right because it only matches an exact string. Okay, background color, text align, center. What if we do left? Oh, it looks like left is the default. What if we do right? Okay, so yeah, if you wanted to move around your text, that's how you do that. I like it in the center there. Okay, I've been getting ahead of myself on these instructions a little bit, so let's read what the instructions say. Okay, right now it's slate gray. I like the slate gray. Let's see what other colors we have. Which one is gonna go the best? Go the best with my background color. I want a pretty good amount of contrast. This powder blue might work well. Oops. Gotta make sure you fully delete the previous word. That looks good. I like that color. I like powder blue. Okay, paragraph text color. Yeah, we don't want it to be black. You can't even read it. I think I'll make this description the same powder blue color. Which line is that on? Well, let's try and find out. Yeah, we're going with the powder blue. Okay, so for the link here, the image source link has this A bracket. These brackets correspond to which item you're talking about. So you see how this tag has P, and everything that's enclosed within this P section follows the P style. So you can give these different IDs if you want to have different, customized settings. But that's kind of more advanced. So you'll notice that I use line breaks, but the line breaks don't actually identify a section here, really. Everything that's enclosed within P and the close tag of P is going to have the styling from P in your CSS. So A is the link, the hyperlink. See, it has an A tag and an A close tag. So what color do we want to make that? How about a neon green? Yeah, spring green, that works. Okay, gotta go to A. Spring green. Spring green. Looking good. Okay, I think I want to use spring green again here for my the background of this box. So if you look here, this box is in a tag called H2. H2 has specified a color, which is the color of the text. and a background color. So I want the background color to be spring green. Cool. Let's leave Pokemon Team Midnight Blue because that looks awesome. Okay. This is the list. So for our list, let's try another color. Like, you want to make sure it has good contrast though, so it's easy to read. If you're using a dark background, you want to have a light text color because it's so hard to read the black unless I highlight it. If you have a light background, like on the section header for Pokemon Team, you want to have a dark text. So for my team, I like Thistle. Or should I go with another shade of green to kind of stick with my theme? Let's try Aquamarine. I really liked that one. Oh, that looks really good. I feel like we have a nice theme here of blues and greens. It looks really great. Okay, what's the next instruction? Changing our fonts. Okay, so yeah, let's change the title font. Go to line 9 of the CSS code. Line 9. Font family, Ubuntu. Okay, let's try out some of the fonts that they have here. Impact. I want to say Impact is the font from a lot of older memes. Yep, definitely. Okay, what about, I think Courier New is a font kind of like in the text in the code editor. Yep. All right. You can have a space in this one, in this string, unlike when you're filling in your color names. It has these double quotes. Okay. About Arial. That's simple. I'm gonna try all the fonts. That's a fancy cursive. Okay, what if we wanted to make sure that we have a nice, accessible, easy to read font? One of the most accessible and widely available fonts is Arial. Others include Calibri, Century Gothic, Helvetica, Tahoma, and Verdana. Let's see if we can use Helvetica. I could spend all day looking at fonts. Let's see if we can try Tahoma. I like Tahoma, but I don't like how it runs together there. All right, we're going to try one more. We're going to try Verdana. Yeah, my favorite out of those was Helvetica. It can get really detailed when you start thinking about the fonts. The most important thing is just make sure that it's going to be easy for people to read. Okay. Okay, now we can change our fonts down here. We go to the fonts of the paragraph text. So that's my description and information about me. We haven't tried Century Gothic. Oh, a serif font. Interesting. can even do Comic Sans. Oh, or not. Maybe we can't do Comic Sans. Comic Sans MS. See, it's really important to make sure you have the exact correct string. So there's some Comic Sans text. It kind of looks like handwriting. And also Comic Sans is one of the most easy to read fonts, so I'm gonna go with that. Okay. I like the fonts that are used for everything else. Maybe we want to change the font so that everything matches the, or so that let's make our headers consistent. This is a header H1, that's H header size 1, and this is header size 2 right here. So let's make our headers match. We'll do Helvetica. And let's make our other text match. Let's make our Pokemon list match. Comic Sans, don't forget MS. Oops. Comic Sans MS. I'm just copying with Control C or Command C on Apple and Command V. Here's our list, UL. Comic Sans. All right, we created a web page. Awesome. Let's get your project ready to share. First, I think I'll save again. Make sure I don't lose my work. Open up the yellow JS section of the code editor, that's JavaScript, below the CSS section. Go to the last line of the code in the JavaScript section, which looks like this. Document get element by ID. Toggle button. The last line. Document get element by ID. Erase the / symbols. So the / symbols, that's how you do a comment in JavaScript. Comments are really useful to let somebody know what a section of the code means. So for example, this hides the instructions when your project is first viewed. So get rid of it, and it defaults to hiding the instructions. So we're going to write a comment about this that explains to whoever's editing this code what the segment does. So comment this line out to show instructions by default. Awesome. Save again. Share your project. You can share a link to your web page with others by following these steps. So click the red settings button on the left side of the screen. Check that your project is set to public. Project name, public. Good. Click menu on the left side of the screen and select share. Okay, so if you wanted to share this project, there's a share button right there. You can link it to whoever you want to see it. Show your friends your webpage. Awesome. It looks like we're done. If you need to get back to the beginning of the instructions, you can just press that button and repeat it all over again. So I hope that you learned a little bit about designing your own webpage, and I really hope that you enjoyed it, and I hope you make your own trainer profile. Thanks.